What is up? All right. Oh, sorry about that. What is happening, everybody? It is Thursday, I believe. It is. I don't even know what time it is. 2:30 on a beautiful Thursday afternoon in Savannah. Um, I don't know what time it is where you are, but hope you're having a good day. What is up, Don Cobus, Frankie, Monkey Baby? What up? What up? Alex says, "Yo." Hey, Trevor, Brent Osborne. Bet I'm on time today. Leatherman on a job now, but good afternoon. What's up, Caden? Um, what kind of job are you on? That's awesome. Sheldon Baptiste, what is up? Yeah, no, I am just I'm just chilling. I was in the office. I've been kind of just doing some running around and messing around, and I figured I would hop on. I haven't been on in a while, and needed to get on and answer some questions. Hopefully, you guys have got something for me. Anything that you want, pressure washing related, business related, marketing, sales, those are really the areas that I think I can help you the best with, specifically the marketing, specifically the sales. So if you've got any questions, then by all means, please throw them in the chat, and I will do that. Driveway, patio, and house wash 650. I like to hear it. Hito in Vancouver on the job working. That's great. How do I get into the business for cheap? Why do y'all constantly scam? That is a great question. Southeast Soft Wash. And what's funny to me is somebody that's posing as Southeast Soft Wash is probably trying to scam us all. They've come out with this new product called Oxnox, and Oxnox is apparently a brushless oxidation remover. And we all know that there is absolutely no such thing as a brushless oxidation remover. I have been in the business for 20 years, and I've seen dozens and dozens of products that make this claim of being, a brushless oxidation, where you just go and you spray it on, and then it magically, after a soft rinse with your soft wash, it just magically makes the oxidation remove. And we all know that that cannot possibly be happening. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened in the, for as long as I've known. And that's why we never did oxidation removal. There's absolutely no way there's a product out there that can actually do this. So I just think it's funny that these guys over there at Southeast Soft Wash in Alabama are making claims that they've come up with this product. And yeah, I've seen the videos. I've seen that Cody out there, spraying down metal roofs and spraying down hardy plank with his Oxnox. And then just, I don't know if he's like got George Lucas and Steven Spielberg and people on staff that are photoshopping and doing movie magic on these videos to make it appear that this stuff actually works. But I'm not buying it, and you shouldn't buy it either. Actually, you should buy it. It's over at southeastsoftwash.com. It's a new product called Oxnox, and it is actually freaking phenomenal. I had to clean up my little my language there, but yeah, definitely something that is revolutionary, and it's crazy. These guys over there keep putting out new products that are, just raising the level, making life easier more than anything. Oxidation removal is something that we ran away from, right? Because it was so time consuming, it was so labor intensive, and we don't work for cheap. And so when I assess what it's going to cost to do something like that, where you're spraying on with like a little backpack spray or whatever, and then brushing, like scrubbing, agitating every square inch of a vinyl siding house or a hardy plank or whatever the case is, by the time I come up with my price, that price is so astronomical that nobody is ever going to pay what I need to make to do that. And then they're like, oh, that guy's too high priced, right? And then in the back of their head, the next time they need something else, then they're like, screw that guy. He's way too high priced. So that's why we never mess with it. But with this new product, it really is as simple as spraying it on, letting it dwell, and then rinsing it off with low pressure. And the results are absolutely amazing. You can see some videos over on Cody's channel on that, and it is impressive. So go check that out. Okay, and what's even more amazing is my channel has got just about 500,000 subscribers, And Cody just got $4.99 worth of advertisement in front of all these people for 𝗤𝘂𝚗𝗏. So pretty pretty cool. Need more lives, Mike. Thank you, Wallace. Cody at it again. Absolutely. Do not include exterior of the gutters in the house. Would you include exterior of the gutters in a house wash? The exterior of the gutters are clean. All the surface pollutants, any kind of mold, mildew, anything else that is on the gutters is going to be removed. Now, tiger striping is not included in that. That is a separate service. That is an additional chemical that must be used. It's a different process. It's not part of the soft wash system or the soft wash process. Again, it's spraying something on, and it's then you are usually agitating and rinsing. Cody also has a gutter product as well. And off the top of my head, I can't remember what it's called, but I'm sure it's something cute. Let's see. How much pressure do you have to clean? How much pressure do you have to clean? I don't know what that means. You don't really need a whole lot of pressure, right? Most of us are using soft wash, so it's more the chemicals and the detergents that are doing the work for us. Brent says, Mike, stop it. Some people don't know y'all are trolling each other. Yeah, totally kidding. If you watch my channel, then you know that Cody and I are friends, and I am a huge supporter of everything they do over there. I've been asked to pressure wash the bathroom for my minimum of 150, the tile bathroom for a minimum of 150. What would you do? I don't know. I mean, I'd probably wash it. But a tile bathroom, without knowing all the details, the logistics, stuff like that. But I'm planning on making a mowing business, but I was wondering how to invest money into it while I'm transitioning into it. Set money aside and build the business as you go. I'm so thirsty. Let's see. Paul, tiger stripes will not come off with a standard house wash. Yep, exactly. Southeast Soft Wash has great products. What's the dwell time on a pre and post treat for concrete? Typically for a pre-treatment, you can spray it on, and by the time that you're done spraying it, you're ready to go. I mean, that stuff works pretty quickly. It's just loosening up all the organics, starting to kill. And then when you bring in the pressure, that's when you can really see the results. And then post-treatment, we spray it on and we leave it. How much would you typically charge to remove the tiger striping? Tiger stripe, so gutter whitening is what that is called. And most people will charge by the linear foot. I don't know what, I'm not a huge proponent of throwing out numbers because it's different for every market. And I'm broadcasting right now to, the world, probably only like 6 people, not really, but so figure out what the market will bear and push that market so you can maximize profitability. Probably about to buy a pressure washer soon. Any recommendations? Nothing too pricey just yet. Kind of on a budget, roughly around $1,000. Well, on $1,000, you're probably going to get a higher end homeowner grade pressure washer or something similar from like a big box store, and it'll get the job done. I have oil in my driveway and would like to buy a pressure washer to clean it. You think 2,000 PSI would be enough? Well, if you've got oil stains, I would definitely recommend doing some work first before you invest in a pressure washer, because pressure is probably not going to be the answer. I would invest in some industrial strength degreasers. And, again, Southeast Soft Wash has got one called Dynamite Degreaser. It does a great job. That's what we use on all of our trucks. And it does a phenomenal job. But, oil is something that's not always going to come up. And maybe do a little research and focus on the chemical application, multiple chemical applications, in order to reduce the staining as much as possible. Because really, instead of buying something, I'd probably hire somebody with a hot water machine to come in and do what they do, and you'll probably end up saving money in the long run. Any ideas for a niche in a competitive market? Sheldon, like a niche within the pressure cleaning industry, if that's what you mean, please let me know. If I start small, can I use a surface cleaner on a 2.5 gallon if I don't move too fast? 2.5 is going to be pretty tough. What pressure do you personally shoot for on your surface cleaner? I've been playing with the nozzles on my 4 GPM unit and started at number 2, tried to settle on 3, blah, blah. Dude, I have no clue what's on any of the surface cleaners. Honestly, I don't use them on the daily basis. What I do is I trust the people that I buy my equipment from. The surface cleaners that we currently have are from Southeast Soft Wash. And I mean, we've got 8-gallon per minute machines. So there's probably uh, and they're 2 nozzles. So 4.4 with 40-degree angles, I'm guessing, is what we would do. I have a full-time career working 5 to 6 days a week, trying to switch careers, but finding time to market has been extremely difficult. Any advice? Wake up early, stay up late, focus and dedicate all of your time on what you want, right? Yeah, you've got a 9 to 5. Do your best at that 9 to 5. Work your ass off at that 9 to 5. Give them everything that you've got. Invest all of your other time and energy into your own business, because that's where you're going to generate real economic freedom, time freedom. And so, yeah, that's a tough one, man. I mean, the people that are the most successful are willing to put in every minute that they can, and that's how they become successful. Okay, thank you for your help. Yes, within the pressure cleaning space. Sheldon had asked about specific niches within the pressure washing space. So I think, I mean, there's all kinds of things. Roof cleaning is a niche. You can get into wood, staining, paver sealing, all kinds of different things. A Google search, just looking in your market, probably would be my first thing. Identify what it is that you want to do, right? That's probably the most profitable. And then niche down on that. But determine if the market needs that niche service. If there is a lot of competition, then I would probably avoid that one, at least initially, and focus on something that maybe doesn't have as many players in the game. I've been struggling. Oh, well, Chris's paranormal investigation. That sounds cool. Like, if I'd love to come and hang out and go find some ghosts. I have a struggling lawn mowing business, but I'm thinking pressure washing will work better in my market. I'm buying a pressure washer next week. That's awesome. Chris, where are you located? I have 10,000 to invest in my business. What percentage of my funds should I spend on marketing? I would say 20%, set aside 25% for marketing. And I would also put 10% away, just save it, because you will need that at some point for something that you are not thinking about right now. Can you briefly go over when to use a buffer tank? From what I watched, it's supposed to be anything over 4 gallons. So as long as your machine does not require a hose to be fed, then you need or I think I phrased that wrong. If your machine, I don't know what most homeowner small machines require it to be force fed from a faucet. Okay. If your machine is not force fed, if it's gravity fed, not gravity fed, but then you need to have, if your machine is strong enough to where it can pull from a buffer tank, that's when you need a buffer tank. Otherwise, you risk running it dry. And I apologize. I almost stroked out, I think, on that question. You almost killed me with a very simple question, but thank you. Right now, North Florida, so many competitors in the lawn mowing. There's a hotel, Chris, um, in Jacksonville Beach, and it's one of the most haunted places in America. And years ago, 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I was taking my my wife away for her birthday for a couple nights, and it was right after COVID, and everything had just opened up. Beaches had opened up, like everything was back open, and it was nearly impossible to find any hotels anywhere that weren't just freaking astronomically expensive. And I came across what I thought was a quaint little hotel right on the beach, and I can't remember the name of it. Casa Monica? No, that's in St. Augustine. Anyway, I book it for a couple nights, and everybody had like 3 night minimums back then because they didn't have the staff. So it was a whole thing. Thank God we don't have to deal with that anymore. But it was right next to like the Jimmy Buffett place in Jax Beach. right on the water. And this place was ridiculously haunted. We walked in, we had no idea it was haunted, but it was creepy as hell. The whole thing was just the creaking and noises, and like the door didn't lock, and like there was a horrible storm that like it was everything that could be creepy and go wrong went wrong. And when we were driving, we actually left that hotel the next morning and went to check in at one of the places on the river. And my wife is looking up that hotel, and it was one of the most haunted places. But like people could smell cigar smoke, and like if you walked up the staircase at a certain time, people were tripped. So kind of crazy. So Chris, if you're into the paranormal investigation, you need to go check that out for me, please, and let me know because I might meet you down there and we'll go and hang out. Why do you? Okay, what do you think a lot of starters quit in pressure washing business after some time? Well, I think a lot of people get into this business and they think that it's going to be very simple, right? I think that there's a combination of things that make it appear to be simple. Is a the fact that most people can figure out how to pressure wash. Or yeah, there is some technique. Yeah, there is a skill set. Yes, the better you get, the more experience that you have, the more efficient you become, the more profitable you can become. Like all of the things that I talk about on a daily basis, right? Um, and yes, most people can figure out like the mechanics of washing. It's the business side, it's the back end. Those are the things that people fail to recognize when they're first going into a business. How am I going to get my customers? How am I going to satisfy those customers? How am I going to schedule? How am I going to invoice? How am I going to quote? How am I going to keep up with my customers? How am I going to retain those customers? How am I going to follow up with those customers? Those are the things that I think people don't think about. Whoa, that don't think about. They think, oh, I'm just going to go and fucking pardon my French. I'm gonna start my business, and everybody's gonna come and get me to wash their shit. Well, that's not how it works. Like this is a business. Like you have to be legitimate. You have to invest in all of the things that you need to in order to be successful. Your marketing, your ad spend, like all of that comes into play. And people are like, oh, I can buy a pressure washer for $1,000. I'm gonna go start my own business. Well, those are the ones that fail. So proper planning, know your market, investigate your market, do your due diligence, just like Baptiste was asking about niche services, right? Like those are the things that you really need to do. Let's see. Yeah, Moondog, haha, no worries. You almost killed me. Do you think cold calling local restaurants or even property management groups is an appropriate marketing tactic? I think that's the most appropriate marketing tactic. That's how you get business. You go out and you meet people. You go out and you knock on doors. You open doors. You walk in. You introduce yourself. You get business cards. You get email addresses. You get the points of contact, and then you stay in front of those people. If you're not going to do that, you're wrong, and you're not going to be successful. Let's see. Well, D-Man Lewis said something about it's a joke, but I didn't see anything. Did I miss it? Because I always love a good joke, by the way. How many clients do you have? I've got at least 4 clients. I don't know what kind of question that is. Like, how many clients do we have today? We serviced 6 people today. Yesterday, I'd have to look at 𝗂𝘂cie𝗁𝗲, but I mean, same thing. I've been in business for 20 years. So when I just imported all of my contacts from my scheduling software that I used to use, and I want to say there was like, I don't know, 7 or 8,000 points of contact within just the scheduling software. I used to use this other quoting software too. And there's probably another, I don't know, 6,000 people in there. My email lists that I send my marketing to, I think those are each around 12 to 13,000. And those are not my regular customers. They're in a separate thing. These are people that are not yet customers that I've collected their information and market to them. Let's see. What advice do you have for me starting to clean garbage cans? I got an extremely cheap handheld pressure washer and it's surprisingly good. I've never been in the bin cleaning business. I know that there are a lot of guys that have done a phenomenal job. But my advice to you, if you are in the garbage can cleaning business, is try to hook up with the garbage companies and see if it's something that they are looking for. I know somebody that's in the inner circle. His name is Mike Turman. He's up in New Jersey, and he has got guys like full-time employees that basically know the routes of the trucks, and then the garbage companies pay them to follow those trucks and rinse the bins after they've been emptied. That would be probably the best, in my opinion, way to go about getting the most amount of customers in the shortest amount of time, as opposed to marketing to individuals. Try to find the garbage companies, get with them, and then go from there. Thank you. When you do a full exterior wash, including windows, can you do everything with a pressure washer and a squeegee for windows, or do you also use zero particle water filtration machines? That's a great question. So, when we do a house wash, window cleaning is not something that we offer. That is a completely extra service, and it will be an extra charge. But when we do exterior window cleaning, we are using water fed poles. And if you guys are interested, 𝗤𝘂𝗁 is doing another giveaway again. We just gave away the Ford Ranger and the Southeast Soft Wash Skid. Well, we have teamed up with the Window Cleaning Resource. And if you guys aren't familiar with them, they have got everything that you could possibly need as far as window cleaning supplies, from squeegees and mops to the detergents and the water fed poles, everything, the all the filtration that you could possibly need. Phenomenal guys over there. But we've teamed up with them, and they are graciously doing a giveaway with 𝗤𝘂𝗁, and we're giving away a pure water system with a water fed pole, an entire system. And then we're also giving away the complete traditional, windows and squeegees and mops and the rags and the bucket and all that, everything that you need. So an entirely, put together window cleaning business starter kit. And that is, if you are a platinum or a premium subscriber of 𝗤𝘂𝗁, you are already entered to win. If you are not, and that's something that you're interested in winning, then you can go ahead and be a subscriber. But yeah, the water fed poles are absolutely amazing. I want to learn more about gutter guards and why they are bad, if you don't mind. So it's so hot in Savannah, and I run every morning, I bike every morning, and then we've been playing pickleball in the afternoons. And you want to talk about like just being dehydrated. So I've been trying to just hydrate like a madman. And pickleball is so fun. If anybody is interested, go play. It's so fun. I want to learn more about gutter guards and why they are bad, if you don't mind. I don't like gutter guards. Okay. And gutter guards, in my opinion, it's the entire industry, not the entire industry. There are select companies out there that their marketing is very deceitful. Their marketing is, they prey on old people, they prey on the elderly, telling them that they will never have to clean out their gutters again. The key word is out. They will never have to clean out their gutters again if you've got a gutter guard. But you will still have to pay somebody, or you will have to still get up on the ladder and clean off the top of the gutters, right? Because shit will still accumulate on top of those gutter guards. We get calls all the time where people are like, hey, my gutters are full. Can you come clean them out? And they've got gutter guards and they're completely covered with just crap. So the gutter guards are ineffective. They're not working. They're not removing the water from the roof and taking it away. It's just going straight over like there was no gutters in the first place. So I think the deceitful marketing is the biggest reason. If you guys are still on and you're watching, there's 40 something people in here, and there's only like 13 of the little thumbs up. So tell YouTube that you like what you're seeing, that you're enjoying it. If you're on here, you're watching, why not just click that button and help the little video out, get in front of more people. Okay. Do you think expensive skids are a necessity, or can I make a homemade one? I mean, yeah, you can make your own, of course. But then what I have found over the years is those with the experience and the expertise, the know-how, the welding, the wiring, the plumbing. Like sometimes it's better just to invest, right? And for me, it took a long time. I built all of my own stuff, and my stuff was good, right? But it's not nearly as good as when you go to buy professional equipment. Um, so yeah, I is it a necessity? It's not a necessity, but it's something that I think would probably serve you better long term, right? Why invest a little upfront, and it's going to save you a lot of time on the back end because inevitably you're going to be, fixing a lot of things that you didn't necessarily know about. And if you do want to build your own, Cody over at Southeast Softwash, if you go to pwcourse.com, we've got the how to build a soft wash rig training, and he goes through absolutely everything. Um, the equipment that you need, the motors, the pumps, how to plumb, how to wire, how to do it professionally without having to go and spend the money at his shop. So that's something to think about as well. And I would recommend, if you're not going to buy a professional grade, make sure you're doing it the right way. What company do you recommend for insurance bonding? Got a quote from Next, not very in-depth. Need to get on the phone with them for a better estimate, but they quoted me $48 a year. How bad is that? It just depends on where you're at, the services that you're providing, things of that nature. I've got my general liability through a local company, a guy that I know, and then Next is who actually we do have our general liability through. This is good. Just my pole cost me $1,000. So what's the easiest to clean, gutters or the guards? Well, it depends. Like if you got pine needles and stuff, they get stuck in the guards, and then it's just a pain in the butt. Yes, it's actually, I call tons of them and I get so much job, especially residential buildings. That's cool. Fire cactus. I will start my pressure washing business in a year when I turn 16 to get a driver's license. That is awesome. Best of luck to you. Fire cactus. All praise. I have a 2004 F250. I want to start a pressure washing business on a 10K budget. Please advise me on what I can get on that budget. Man, there's a lot. I mean, I'm not really, just go to my channel and you'll see video after video of the stuff that you need. I currently work at a fast food restaurant, so I am making some money to obtain equipment. How do I get business? How do I get business when I'm first starting out? Okay, so you're working at a fast food restaurant. I want you to ask yourself, how do the customers at your restaurant hear about your restaurant? Okay. And let's take McDonald's, for example. How do they get people? Of course, McDonald's has been around forever. They're a known brand, right? But you can use every known brand and look at their marketing and see what works, right? What are these major companies doing to generate those leads? And the leads in restaurant terms are customers that are walking through the door, going through the drive-through. So they're spending money on advertising. They're spending money on marketing. So, and they're also doing some other things that we do in our business, right? Like the upsell, package deals, right? Like the value meals. That's a package deal, right? Upselling. Would you like fries with that? Would you like to get an extra large drink or whatever the case is? These are all things that you're doing already in your business, right? Customer service. You're in the restaurant business. You have to be friendly. They train you on how to do all of these things. You're wearing a uniform because they want you to look professional. They want you to look like you're the part, you're playing the part. These are all things that you can take from what you're doing currently and apply them to your new business. But, I think you said you're 15 or 16. I can't, if you're the same kid. Yeah. You're going to want to get some business cards. You're going to get some flyers. You're going to want to get on Facebook and post about your business. You're going to want to have a Facebook page for your business. You're going to want to get a Google My Business page. All of these things are going to help get your name out there. And I would start sooner than later, and go from there. I think a gas-powered heated unit is easy to build. I built my own. I wouldn't build my own soft wash system though. Okay. Hey, just got my truck and trailer. Now I'm going to join the inner circle. I'm sure you remember me. LOL. Pressure washer is set to 35, but my surface cleaner doesn't feel like it's getting enough water. Nozzles seem to be clear. Any thoughts on what to check out next? I would check for any restrictions from the pump to the nozzles on your surface cleaner. I would also check to make sure that your surface cleaner nozzles are the right nozzles for your machine. That would be my first bet. Moondog. To fire cactus. I would ask the restaurant you work at to do some free work for them, get some practice feedback. Yeah, maybe the restaurant, maybe, and definitely friends and family. Always leverage those relationships that you have. How far do you travel on average, and how often do you have a repeat customer who you would say actually needed you to rewash, not callbacks, but a repeat? Well, we live in Savannah, so at least once a year, our customers are calling us back. I'd say 85% of our business is repeat business at this point, but again, take into account that we've been in business for over 20 years. So we've got that. It takes a lot of time to build that up. But that is why it is so important to collect all of the customers' information, put it into something like 𝗤𝘂𝗂𝗜𝗤, and then stay in front of them with automated emails. So you are constantly staying in front of them and you don't even have to think about that, all of which is available in 𝗤𝘂𝗂𝗜𝗤. Okay. Moondog. Never did any home services yet, just trying to consume your content and absorb as much as I can before I go knocking. Can I still sign up for the 𝗤𝘂𝗂𝗜𝗄 free? Yeah. No, it's not a give. No, you can't. You can sign up for 𝗤𝘂𝗂𝗜𝗄 and use it for free, but unless you're a paying subscriber, you are not able to be registered as for the contest, or it's not a contest, for the giveaway. What's the price for your courses, and what are the topics we will go over? Go to pwcourse.com. I've got dozens of courses for sale, and it covers a vast array of topics, everything from marketing, sales, like I said, how to build a soft wash system, but then we've got how to wash, which is basically just that. We teach you everything that you need to know, from the chemicals to how to apply them, the different ratios for each surface. We go over specialty chemicals, property protection, basically everything that you need to know in order to how to wash everything on a residential property safely, efficiently, and profitably. Do you leave the key switch on the GTX motor while you drive? Do you leave the key switch on the GTX motor? I don't know why you would do that. The guy who knows boats. Hey, what's up? Someone said, how far do you travel on average? So, we're pretty densely populated where we're at, which is a huge advantage. So we really don't have to travel more than, say, 30 minutes in any given direction, 45 at the most. Pretty much anything over that, I'm not interested in doing, because you're just killing profitability with that windshield time. But if you're in a more remote rural area, then those are things that you're going to have to deal with, and you have to make up for that with price. I just watched a video of this retarded gentleman down in Florida who is 100% obsessed with me. It's scary, it's creepy, but he watches like every video and analyzes every word that I say. And while I'm not perfect, I think I offer a lot of good information. But he was saying that there's no way that pressure washing businesses can make as much as we say we're making, and that well, you need to come down to Florida and see, everybody wants something for cheap down here. Well, because you're calling on the wrong customers, you're not focusing on the right people. You have to understand where the money is, and you have to go after the money, and you have to understand that those people are going to pay. And if you present yourself like a complete bumbling idiot that's spitting tobacco every third word, then you're not going to be able to ever, be able to relate to these people that are the ones with the money. They're going to look at you and they're going to be like, oh yeah, you're worth about $6 to $7 an hour. Whereas somebody else could go in and present themselves in a manner in which they're like, oh, okay, this guy's a professional. He can speak intelligently. He knows what he's talking about. His business is legit. His trucks and equipment look great, blah, blah, blah. So there's a certain amount of professionalism as well that goes into all of this. But again, it all goes back to your area, your market, and understanding that if you are in a rural area, then your prices probably need to go up a lot more because of that windshield time, because of the scarcity of population density that is going to make, how much work you're able to do less, so you might as well get paid more. It's as simple as thinking about the guys up in the Northeast, right? They make more money than us on a given job, right? In the Southeast versus the Northeast. They have got a very abbreviated cleaning season. So they are going to maximize every second, and they are able to gain higher margin and profitability in that abbreviated time, whereas we spread it across the entire year because we're able to wash year round. It's all market driven, and obviously then intelligence also comes into play. And if you're not an intelligent human, then you're going to experience lower profitability, and you're just not going to be as good as somebody that is investing in the education. They're investing their time and energy and surrounding themselves with the right people that are going to elevate them, so they can go and they can do the things that need to be done in their business to make it where you can make you can write your own check, okay? But you got to be able to get beyond, putting yourself inside a little teeny box. So let's see. What is the profit you make? Lots. D-man, I live in St. Augustine and just washed a house and a fence. They say that's great. But again, Clifton, like, if it was a 5,000 square foot house or a 7,000 square foot house, I'd say, it's not so good. But if it's a 1,200 square, not 1,200, that's, but Florida, even in Florida, there is a lot of competition. If you differentiate yourself, right, you advertise, you market, you do the things that you need to do in order to, get in front of as many of the right people as possible, then again, you're not going to have any kind of problems. Probably 6-figure, if not 7. Yes. And again, like, what I do is irrelevant to what you guys do. I'm here to provide good information that's going to help your businesses grow, and hopefully allow you to, take something away, even if it's just a little bit, and say, okay, I can take this and I can implement this in my own business, right? That's why we built 𝗤𝘂IQ. Now, if you think about it, like, 𝗤𝘂IQ is like, that's a monster unto itself. And so, yeah, I've got a wash business, and that's awesome, right? It's been phenomenal, right? The growth has been amazing. We've been in it for a very long time, and we've done unbelievably well, and it's allowed me to do lots of other things. And when you're able to leverage one income stream and invest in something else, and to start something else, and to build something else, like 𝗤𝘂IQ, or like Cody and Aaron over there building Batch Busters and all these great new, revolutionary products like Oxnox. If you're able to leverage your money and get into new things, then that's where things really start to take off. And we talk about 6 figures, 7 figures in the pressure washing world, and yes, 100% that is doable. It's not easy, and it's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen just one man, right? Like, you're going to have to scale, you're going to have to do some things in order to achieve those things. But the guy who knows boats, come on, dude. What kind of question is that? Just wondering. Let's see. Do you buy new trucks, or do you always look for used ones? Well, it just depends. But the answer, yes, used. We always, not always, but used trucks is what I do. And the reasoning behind that is because, A, the cost factor. The B is, I'm not the one that's driving them. I'm not the one that's taking care of them. And so, because employees don't always take care of things as they would their own stuff. And so, because of that, I don't necessarily feel the need to buy the, shiniest new things as far as the trucks go. Well, Clifton, that's a great price. About how much SH does it take to do an average house wash? Maybe a gallon or so. Blake, depends on size and condition, bud. What is the best way to start my pressure washing business at 13? I don't know. Watch my channel. Some require a hotter mix. This is true. Speak with the customers and offer on weekends cleaning. Moondog. How do you go about scoping the niche in particular markets? Searching Facebook Marketplace. I live in Long Island, New York, so we have all 4 seasons. Can't offer one service all year round. Yeah. I think first is identifying the niche that you're interested in, right? Maybe is it gutter cleaning? Is it hood vents in restaurants? Is it gas station oil and grease removal, right? Like figure out what it is, and that's when you can go and then determine what kind of competition you have out there, right? That's what I would do. Do realtors hire you for services a lot? I'm wondering if this is a good market to tap into. Yeah, realtors are a great realtors, property management companies that deal with rental properties and things of that nature. In fact, we just booked a couple houses today with somebody that I knew that is a property manager, and they had multiple rental units that they needed to get done. So I would definitely encourage you to and don't just target them. I mean, everybody is a customer. Everybody out there is a customer. It doesn't matter if, well, not everybody. There are some people that aren't customers, but for the most part, someone's got something to clean or they know somebody that needs something cleaned. Do you make business cards? I don't make business cards. Do I use business cards? Yeah, I personally don't. I mean, I've got some business cards somewhere. Really, I don't carry a business card. Do you need a buffer tank for a 4 gallon per minute unit? It just depends on the machine. Probably you would, and it might, but I don't know. It just depends on what's it pulling, and I don't know. Assume yes, absolutely. I was just wondering if it was worth sending my marketing emails for those guys, or if the homeowners hire instead of those guys typically. Oh no, I think you definitely want to target and at least collect emails for every realtor in your market, and that's a really easy way to generate an email list, right? And segment your email list so you can have realtors in one, you can have property managers in another, and then you can send it to the entire gamut at once if needed, or specific to those homeowners associations, whatever the case is. But you can go to their websites. You can Google realtors, find the brokerage firms that have got the websites, and go find the realtors' emails. They're usually all on there, and just start copying and pasting and sticking them in your email database. Okay. Well, I'm getting bored, so I'm gonna hop off. If anybody has got one more question, throw it out there and I'll answer. Grist and oil removal at a gas station. That's interesting. Even never really thought of that. Yeah. Yeah. Gas stations are typically always most gas stations that care about stuff are going to be having somebody come in probably monthly, if not more frequently, to clean all of the areas around the gas pumps themselves. We used to do this years ago. All righty. How's your day going? LOL. Thank you. And we'll end on that. My day is going great. I appreciate you guys. Shaken or stirred? Definitely shaken. That's the only way to drink a martini. And the other component, and I'm going to give you guys probably the biggest tip of the day. Okay. Thanks. Shaken, Tito's vodka, stuffed olives with blue cheese. And if you go to the right place, they're going to have frozen stuffed blue cheese. They'll have stuffed frozen blue cheese olives, and that is to die for. So, no, never thought about hydroblasting. All right, that is it, guys. Appreciate you.